I think someone has joined the live stream. If you can confirm, I'm audible. Hi Aditi, can you hear me? Am I audible? If I'm audible, just type yes in the chat so that I know that. Ah, great. All right, so we'll wait for a few more minutes to see if anybody else wants to join, and if they join, we will start. But in the meantime, you can always post your questions in the chat. I will pick them one by one. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. And also today, I will start with some of the interview experiences that I had in the past few weeks because I've been going through a lot of interviews because I'm finding another opportunity. So yeah, that's what I'll be discussing to start with this live stream, and later on I will take on all the questions that you might be having. But how's your day going? Whoever has joined the live stream, do let me know. My week was kind of busy because for most of the interviews I had to go through projects, so I had to do all those projects and then also prepare for interviews as well because there are so many things in data science, so you need to revise them to keep them in your memory, or else you might forget in the interview. So yeah, how was your week? Do let me know. And now we have over 6 people, so I will start. And to start with, I got interview with civil services. So yeah, it's a government body, and also with one of the biggest insurance companies and in the UK. And yeah, there are some companies related to health sector, so they all have a different pattern. And but then one thing was common, that they were giving some hands-on project that you had to do, and then you had to present them to them. And so yeah, that was one thing. After that, they were conducting interviews, so it was one-to-one interview. And in civil services, they had a panel of there were panel of like 3 people, and from different seniority, and they were asking questions related to data science, like how will you clean the data, how will you handle a project from start to end. Like you had to explain about the data science life cycle, and you could pick any topic from data science and you had to explain that concept to them in a very basic terms and in technical terms as well. So that's what they were asking. So those kind of things. And then for some of the companies, they want to have a video interview. What do I mean by video interview is, they will send you a link where you will just click, and in that video interview there will be some questions, so you'll have to answer those questions and you have to submit the recording. So after that, they will see how was your answer, and then they will ask you to come for one-to-one live interview. So that was there. So in most of the cases, I have reached to around final rounds. So maybe next week I will have final rounds for most of the interviews. So that's what. So that's the status so far. So I hope by the end of next week I will have something certain. And as I always share those things on the channel, I will be sharing that as well. So if you want to stay up to date, or if you just want to know how things are here in the UK, and how's the interview process, like detailed interview process, that I will be sharing in a video. So for that, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we are now getting some questions, so I will start picking questions. What is the scope of full stack web development versus data science domain? So There is this thing for full stack web developer is right now all the companies need a website, right? Be it a smaller company or a larger company. But not all the companies are looking for a data scientist. So some companies might think they need data scientists, but they don't. They need a proper architecture to handle their data. So maybe they need a data engineer, maybe. So that's the thing. So full stack development job opportunities are relatively more as compared to data science. So that's there, but ultimately it comes down to your personal preference, your personal liking. If you like to analyze data and if you like those analytical tools, then probably you should stick to data science. But if you like building things, if you like to work on front end, if you like to work on back end stuff, you like to do complex programming maybe, then you can stick to full stack web development. But if we talk now that we are talking about complex programming, sometimes you have to do that in data science as well, because it's not like you will always have to use packages. Sometimes you'll have to code from scratch as well. So yeah, and nowadays most of the companies are using Python still, but there are some companies who want to use maybe C++ or JavaScript to develop those AI tools. So you will have to write a lot of code. So yeah, it's totally up to you what you like. So you will find opportunity in both the cases, but I personally think full stack development has relatively more opportunities as compared to data science. Can you please explain difference between data analytics, data science, and computer science? So data science is an umbrella term, and under this umbrella term, there are many things like data engineering, data analytics, machine learning. You can say deep learning is a separate thing, but I consider machine learning, deep learning as one entity, and then deployment part. So these things come under data science. So if you are doing a data science course, they should cover all those things. And if you are taking a data science related role, you are expected to know all these things. For data analytics, it's just about taking the data, maybe doing manipulation on it, and then analyzing it and presenting it to the stakeholders. Like, what did you find in the data? So let's say you are working for e-commerce company, and they want to know what type of products are doing good, and it also varies from season to season. So you need to present them in a very good way. Let's say you are using Power BI or Tableau, so you need to present them in a very nice and presentable way that they can understand your findings like season wise. So that is what data analytics is. Computer science is a even vaster term. So in that, you need to know about algorithms and data structures, complex data structures like trees, graphs, stack queue. Those are also data structures. They are not considered as like too complex, but they come under data structure. Yes. So you need to know about all those things. Then you need to know about operating system, how to optimize your program for operating systems, and you need to know about deadlocks and all those things, and about the algorithms like round robin and all those things. If you have studied operating system, you need to know about networking as well, all those different protocols like https, utp, and there are so many other things. So if you are going into computer science way, then you need to know all these things. So yeah, this is the difference, and yeah, I hope that helps. I have completed mechanical engineering in 2018, gap of almost 3 years. 1 year real experience now, looking for Canada or UK. What is your opinion about different courses in both of these countries? So when I was looking for data science course, I looked at Canada and also some of the universities, the courses they were offering. I could not find master's course for specifically designed for data science and to cover all those things. That's why I didn't choose to go to Canada. And also I wanted to be close to EU, Europe, or I should say, I was initially looking for Ireland, but mainly because the course was for 1 year in Ireland, and then I came to know that UK is also offering 2 years of post study work visa, and the course is also for just 1 year. So I wanted to finish my masters fast, so that's why I chose these two countries. As for course content, like I told you, I could not find something which was very in depth for data science, and the course structure was also kind of theoretical in Canada, and in UK I found it to be more practical based. So that's the reason why I chose UK over Canada, and I didn't even apply to any of the universities in Canada. I have a friend who is pursuing her masters in Canada, so I'm thinking to bring her on the channel and ask her experience, how she found the course, and what was her experience. And also, she is doing a masters in computer science, but the modules she had picked are related to data science, mostly machine learning, deep learning, image processing, and all those things. So still, it's not a data science course where they will teach you from start to end, like how to take out the data, how to handle data, how to analyze the data, and how to present it, and other tools. So it is a computer science course, so that's what she is doing. But yeah, I will ask her if she is comfortable enough to come on the channel and share her experience. If not, I'll just ask her questions, and I'll make a video based on that. So yeah, that's the question that I yeah, that was your question, so that was the answer. So I hope it helps. um, I don't know about the gap, how it will affect your admission process. So universities generally are uh, flexible enough to consider that as well, but yeah, you need to see how universities are acting, like acting in this time. So yeah, that's it. A little bit about different universities offering data science in the UK, I suppose. Yeah. So in the UK, most of the universities are offering data science courses. So generally, what they are trying to cover is, like I told you, the whole data science life cycle. They are starting with the mathematical concepts, then they are teaching you. Some universities are not covering programming parts, some universities are covering programming parts. So if you are very new to programming, maybe you want to go to university which is covering programming, so that's there. And after covering programming, they are touching upon analytical tools, maybe Power BI or Tableau. Not all universities cover, but some do. And after that, there will be module called data analytics, where you will be using probably R or Python or maybe Power BI kind of tools, and you will be analyzing the data and you will be submitting your findings. After that, they move on to topics like machine learning and then deep learning. So that is the whole thing that they cover. And also, some universities cover cloud computing as well, but but then they also have course like full masters on cloud computing. So they won't go much in depth in just one module, but they will just give you overview about how cloud computing work and how it helps into data science. So yeah, that these are the things that usually universities cover. Hi, Narendra. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. I want to know how much master's degree in data science helpful in PhD. How we can get fully funded. Yeah. So initially, even I had a PhD in mind, and I wanted to do PhD after my masters. So it is totally possible if you are not very university specific. And when I saw some of the fully funded opportunities in University of East London, I suppose. Yeah. So I had dropped a mail to one of my professor asking how are the PhD opportunities in these universities, and by the time I got reply, the deadline was already over. And also at that time, I was doing my assignments and stuff. So I was actually really busy with my assignments, not exactly assignment, but the dissertation part. Dissertation is the most important aspect of your masters. So I could not apply for PhD, but it is totally possible. There are universities which are offering fully funded PhD even to international students. And when you are doing your masters, make sure you publish multiple papers if there are conferences and if there's thing, because when you have multiple papers under your belt, usually it's easier to get PhD and fully funded PhD. So that's there. But again, at the same time, it's kind of hard as well to find fully funded PhD for international students, because most of the universities are funding the UK rate, which is around 6,000 to 7,000 per annum. And if you are going to some universities, probably they will charge you around 20,000 pounds per annum, and PhDs for like around 3 years. So you will have to pay significant amount. So it's not worth doing PhD after paying so much money. So it is totally possible, but try to make most out of your masters, which I didn't know. I thought if I do masters, if I get good marks, I will probably get PhD. So it's important that you do extra work as well, like publishing papers during your masters. So if you can do that, probably you will be able to find PhD, and it's a very good thing to do PhD. So now what my plan is, maybe take a job and do it for some time, and maybe after that look for PhD. Maybe not in UK, or maybe in the UK, anywhere else. So I'm not sure where, but yeah, I have PhD in mind, but I'm not sure if I will be doing anytime soon. So yeah, that's there. Is there any final project and their topics? Final project is the dissertation, where in my university they gave a list of projects under different professors. So if you like some project, you can pick those project and you can work on it, or you can bring your own topics and you can get approval if it is complex enough. It is not, and it is not too complex also. So you need to keep that in mind, and you can work on your project as well. So that's how things work. How difficult is getting a job for fresher after completing MSc Data Science? As if I choose UK for masters, I have no experience in IT. So many of the people who have done their masters from my batch, they have got job, or they are going through interviews. So the important thing, as I always talk about, is getting an interview, and whether you are able to clear the interview or not, that is up to your skills. And what I have noticed here is interviews are not that hard. It usually revolves around the projects that you have done. So if you are doing good enough projects and not just the conventional ones, like working on iris dataset and things like that. So if you are working on a complex problems like image segmentation, or text generation, or NLP projects like named entity recognition, or computer vision problems. So if you have those kind of projects in your portfolio, then you will get calls, and then they will ask you about the projects that you have done. So make sure you just don't copy paste from GitHub. You understand each and every aspect of your project. And also, there will be some generic questions like explain me the data science life cycle. So you need to know how you go through the project from start to end, and also you need to know about data quality and stuff, like how do you handle missing values, how do you handle outliers, how do you handle imbalanced data sets, all those kind of things. So if you are good with all these things, most likely you will be able to find a job. And even I was talking to one of the seniors from his batch, most of the people have already got jobs. So yeah, it is totally possible to find job. But then again, the job market is very competitive. So it's not just your technical skills. You have to be good with your soft skills as well. So make sure you uh, work on your communication skills and presentation skills as well. So those things are also very important. What is your option about Gate CS and abroad? Which is better? So, see, definitely ITs are very good, and if you are able to get into some of the very good universities abroad, also that is again very good. But it comes down to personal preference. What do you appreciate more? Do you like practical based learning and project based learning? Then definitely it has to be abroad. But if you want to learn things like in a theoretical way. If you first like to learn uh, using pen paper and then maybe implement those things, then definitely nothing can beat IITs. And also, it's hard to definitely get score in gate, but it's not impossible, because even I had taken gate, because initially my parents didn't agree for me to go outside India and study. So they were like, you have to do your masters in India. So I was preparing for gate, and I prepared for like around 3 to 4 months maybe, because I left my job in 2019 November, and as you know, gate happens in around by the end of January and February, or in the beginning of February. So I had around 2 months, maybe 3 months. So yeah, I prepared and I was able to crack gate, and my rank was around 5,000 or something, which again is not good. You won't get any good university with that rank. But if I spent around 2 to 3 months and I was able to score that much, so if I had little more time, maybe around 6 months, probably I was able to get around rank maybe 1,000 or something. So it's not that hard, but again, competition is too high, and with proper dedication you can achieve score and rank, so you might get into good IITs. So definitely it is one of the very good options. So that's there, but ultimately it comes down to your personal preference. What do you appreciate more? Can you suggest some good affordable universities in UK for data science? There are some good universities like Northumbria University is there, then uh, Middlesex University is there, City University of London, Sussex University, or University of Essex is also there. So these universities are good. Coventry University is good. So these are some of the very good universities. You can look into those, and their course content is also very good, and they are very reputed among uh, employers as well. Talking about employers, they don't really care much about university ranking and stuff, but you need to make sure that you're working on your portfolio and you're working on the complex project like I talked about before. So these are good university. Greenwich is again, their course content is good, uh, but again, I have talked about this multiple times. The thing about universities which are affordable is it also attracts people, wrong type of crowd as well. So if you are someone who can keep yourself away from wrong type of crowd, you should be fine, and just focus on your project, just focus on your modules, try to get at least 70% in your masters. So that should be fine. Companies usually ask for around 60%, but it's always good to have distinction which is 70 plus. So yeah, if you can just mind your own business, and if you can focus on your stuff and learning and not get distracted with other kind of things, then you should be just fine in any of the universities. Companies don't uh, really care about the ranking of the university as long as you have good projects in your profile and things like that. Sheffield, I think I had seen the course content, but I can't really remember exactly what they had. But um overall, I think it was good. At least the course content was good. I don't know much about the university in general, so I can't comment on that. But course content was okay, I suppose. But I will look into it again, and I will tell you in the comment section once the live stream is over. So I will quickly take down the name of the university so that I don't forget. Yeah. You told us that you moved to Bristol. So, do you have any idea about which university is good in MSc Data Science, Cardiff Metropolitan or Cardiff University? So, I haven't moved to Bristol. I just went there to meet my friend and help her because she was moving to Bristol and she was new to UK. So she didn't know much about the city, so finding a place for her and all those things. So I just went there to help her. And if I just talk about the city, it's a nice city. And if you care a lot about Indian food and stuff, you will find a lot of Indian food store there in Bristol. Now talking about the university, definitely Bristol University is good. Cardiff University is also good. And Cardiff Metropolitan University, I don't have much idea about it, but um, again, like I told you, ranking doesn't matter as long as you like the course content. And if I will again look into the course content of Cardiff Metropolitan University, I will just take a note of it. Yeah, so I have taken down. I will again let you know in the comment section. And the course content of Cardiff University is actually very good. And for Bristol University, it was also good. But I liked Newcastle University's course content more. That's why I chose Newcastle University over Bristol University. And again, I didn't really care much about the university time because I had offer from Glasgow University as well, but ultimately I chose Newcastle, which is lower in rank, but I don't regret any of my decision, and I feel like whatever decisions I made while choosing the course content or while choosing the university, I was totally fine with that. So yeah, the course content of Cardiff and Bristol is fine. Cardiff Metropolitan, I will look into it and I will let you know. What about placement here? Is it good to opt for, or just after completing MSc we should apply for job? So as you are a fresher, yeah. So as you are a fresher, I think placement here should help you, and because you will be part of university and also you will be finding a job. So yes, placement year can help, and also your course becomes 2 years. So if you want to pursue a PhD in India, maybe, so because in India I think the universities or IITs or NITs have requirement that you need to do 2 years of masters maybe. So if you have that in mind, then maybe you want to go for 2 years masters regardless of your whether you're fresher or not. But that now that you are fresher, and if you just want to go for job, uh, placement year can help because you will be part of university, and you'll be working on maybe some of the things. And for placement year, the thing is you don't need to work on a job which is related to your course. You can literally take any course and it will act as a experience year or placement year, so that's there. For me, I had experience, of course, but some of the people who I know, they are complete fresher, but they didn't take placement here because they thought finishing the masters in 1 year and then just looking for job should be the better option, and it has worked for them. So within a year, you will eventually find job, so that's there. But the thing about placement here is your post-study work visa won't start before 2 years, right? So you will have additional 1 year maybe. So if that's what you are looking for, but it is not absolute necessity. But if you want to be in a comfortable zone maybe, then you can take placement here. Yeah. I'll just take a quick water break. Do you guys consider other countries as well? Like, are you just interested in the UK, or are you guys applying to other countries as well? So do let me know in the comments if you are interested in other countries as well. Because I have friends in other countries as well, and I can probably bring them on the channel to share their experience so that it will help you guys. So do let me know in the chat which all countries you guys are interested in. Or if you have any question, just uh, ask. UK versus Canada for data science. Yeah, sure. So I will ask my friend, and I hope she will be able to help at least up to some extent. So yeah, I will ask her. Today we have relatively less people. Like usually we have around 10, 15, 16 people. Today we just have 4. So yeah, that's it. But if you guys still have some question, do let me know. If not, then we can end the stream maybe. Jan intake or September intake. So it doesn't really matter which intake you are taking. But the problem with Jan intake is uh, there are less courses on offer, so you have less options, and also some of the universities they don't offer some modules for Jan intake, so you are limited on modules as well. So that is the only drawback of Jan intake, but apart from that it doesn't really affect much. So as long as you are able to find something which you really like and you're comfortable with, then you can take Jan intake. As for recruitment, companies hire throughout the year, so they don't really have any specific intakes, so that's there. So yeah, uh, in September intake you have more options than Jan intake. Apart from that, everything is same. How about thesis and dissertation of MSc data science in the UK? How hard to make it? Any suggestions how we can prepare from scratch about tone software plagiarism? No Google Help, etc. No, it's not that hard. So you can use Google and you can use code snippets from Stack Overflow and things. It's just you need to uh, give proper credits to all the sources that you are using. So that's there. And as for dissertation, it's not very hard. You will be guided in thorough from the uh, professors, so you can ask them whatever help you need, whatever tools you need. They will guide you properly. So it's not that hard. Just make sure you give credits properly to people, and your most important thing is your dissertation thesis or the report that you will write. So make sure you explain things in a very nice way and a properly, and it should follow like a story, and you start with introduction, overview, and objectives and stuff like that, and it should just keep on flowing, and it should not be like you have added bits and pieces together and you have come out of a report, something like that. So it should not be like that. So it's just that, so it's not that hard. What about scholarship in UK university? Is it possible for every student to get some scholarship? Yes, some of the universities offer very university specific scholarships. So it ranges from around £1,000 to £5,000, £6,000. So that is one of the easiest type of scholarships to get. So you can get those. But if you want full scholarships like Commonwealth scholarship, so those kind of scholarships are actually very competitive. So for that, you need to have exceptional profile. So that's there. So it is possible to get some sort of scholarship from any of the universities. So yeah, that's there. Anything else, guys? All right, then I think this is it. So it was really nice talking to you guys. I think yeah, today maybe something's there or not, I don't know. But most people, a lot of people didn't join today. So it's all right. Everybody has their work, or maybe they got their answers answered from last live streams. So that's there, but that's good, right? People are getting less queries, and I'm able to clear things. But yeah, I'll be making videos on how to write reports and also the project that I have done. So the projects I will be making proper tutorials. So if you guys want to replicate those projects, you guys can do that. You can use your own different data sets, so that you will have some good projects in your portfolio. And I have already made a portfolio video how to make your portfolio using Git pages. So if you want to do that, you can check that out on my channel. So yeah, I will get back to some of the projects that I'm working on right now. So it was really nice talking to you, and thanks for joining. uh, Thank you, Mohan. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Narendra. Thank you all for joining. Hope to see you in the next live stream, or maybe in the video. So talk to you guys soon. Bye. Have a great weekend. Happy learning.